Hello everybody, hello, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Susan and I'm glad today to share with you how it is or the work that you do when you come in Saudi Arabia or in Middle East to work as a maid. What do you expect? The work you have to do. So number one, obviously, we work as working as a maid or a house girl, because that is the general term that is given before you come here. You just know, in your mind you are prepared. I'm going to work as a house girl or maid. So the first thing you know, you'll be cleaning, washing. Sometimes you've heard with people that sometimes people cook, or maybe you'll find another person to work with. Maybe it'll be two of you in the house, or you can be alone. And that makes us, or even the stories that we get from people make us to fix our mind that I'm going just to do this and that. And in this video, I want to tell you, it's not only what people tells you that you'll get. You might get some change or just a slight change of what you've been told or you've heard from your friends. As I always say, every house has its own rules and regulation. Then you as a person too, you have your own character. You know how you are, whether you are generous or patient. Those, you know yourself. So the first thing is, and it is obvious, you must do the dishes, the vacuum, doing the vacuum and mopping you. Sometimes we were like, you think just like the way you do at your home is the same thing, you'll do it here, but here it's different. You'll find that you wash utensils more frequently. You can wash even 6 times, even more than that. Even I don't count, because they keep on cooking some small stuff. So when they cook, we have to do the cleaning. So that is one. You do it most of the time, not just once. Then you'll also be ironing clothes. Some don't like it, but you have to. Some they iron, like me, I do ironing all the clothes, from the baby clothes, all of them, all the clothes, I do the ironing. Then some people are different in part of ironing. Some will be just ironing the kanzus, and some of the clothes which deserve ironing, not all of them. Some people are not like that. You have to iron everything. Some even they don't tell you to iron, they take it out. Or if some even are not that much into ironing, but there are those people who are very strict into ironing clothes. Then you'll find that even toilet, you don't clean them once. Sometimes you might clean them twice or even thrice, depending on the family member, how they are, how they use the toilet. If there are kids, sometimes kids, they go and mess up in the toilet. So you find that you don't do it just once in the morning. You can do it twice, and it is not a big deal. You can do it twice or thrice. It depends, but most of the time twice. Then the other thing is the wiping of the floor, of the wall. Sometimes when it is dusty, because here the environment is different, it is very dusty. You find that the wall is dusty, so you have to do the dusting, the wall mopping and all that. Most of the time, it depends even on the house you are, because houses are not constructed the same way. There are houses when there is that wind storm, all the dirt gets into the house. You find the cardboard, everywhere it's dirt. It is dusty, and you have to clean all of it. Sometimes you find even the plates, they have dust everywhere. It depends with the house, how it is constructed. So if the house is well constructed, because they are different, sometimes you find that even if there is dust, the utensils are clean, no dust on the plate, no dust in the cups, so you don't have that extra work to do. But if the house is not well fixed, you'll find you have to wash all the plate once again, cleaning everything, and it overwhelms, of course, but you have to do it because it is just once, and that is nature, not somebody did it deliberately. You cannot control that. Then the other thing that you do is which you are sometimes you find, because family are different, you might find there is a grandmother there you never knew there is. So by the time you are coming, you are expecting just to do the for one family, then you find that there is another person in addition to what was written in your contract. Maybe it was written 5 people, and when you come there are 6, including their grandmother. So you find that you have extra work, extra care of her. One thing is, don't feel offended like the contract was written 5, it must be 5, it must be 5. No, if she is there, you have to take care of her, because not all people are well up. Not all people will be able to pay salary of 2 house girl, and it is good if you are there. Sometimes I've heard stories where people, they are 2 and it is hectic. So sometimes I prefer, even if the work it's a lot sometimes, because you cannot force your boss to bring another person and he or she feels like this is what I can afford. So what you do is you just take care of her well, do everything she needs, because even at our home we cannot throw away our parent or our grandparent when they come to our houses. We cannot throw them, we cannot neglect them. We have to serve them, we have to wash their clothes. The same thing, if you find that extra work, do it well and without expecting. Sometimes you do without expecting a reward from anybody, but God, who sees in secret, will reward you, and you maybe get favor and work with them very well. On the other hand, sometimes people find it difficult when you go to travel. Maybe you go on the mother's side or the father's side, and maybe they don't have a house girl. Maybe you just went for one day, just to travel for one day. If it is not very far, because some people, if they are at a distance, you can go there and spend a week or a month. It depends. So if they are just neighboring and you go there and they don't have a house girl, I don't know whether it's only me or there are some other people out there who do like me. When I go, I don't say I want to work that this is not the house that I was told to work in. It was in my contract, it was written it is just one house. No, I'm not that kind of a person. When I go to them, to the grandma, I do the cleaning. Even I don't need somebody to tell me to do the cleaning. If I go to the kitchen and there is some utensils there in the sink, I just go ahead and wash them, and that is all. You lose nothing. You lose nothing by doing that. Some people are finding it difficult, like, hey, I went to their sister's place, they want me to do the cleaning for them. I am supposed to work in one house, not theirs. For me, I'm not like that. One thing, empty, when you are not doing something, sometimes you will attract negative thought, because the time you are not, if you take it seriously and think about it, some people might be offended by it, but I'm talking what it is, and I don't want to sugarcoat anything. When you are not washing the utensils and you are like, this is not for me. In the contract it was written that it is one house. Why am I doing this? Why should I clean? By that it is anger and bitterness. You may agree or fail to agree, but it is anger and bitterness and even selfish. You can do it. It is just one day. And furthermore, even maybe you go there with kids. They are taking the cups, they are drinking water, they are using the toilet. Even you, maybe you use the toilet and you cannot do the dishes. So for me, no, I cannot encourage somebody to go there and just sit there, because that is not your house. The same thing, if you go to your grandmother's back in the village and the other people are coming, or to your in-laws if you are married and other people are coming, will you just sit there like honestly and don't do anything? Although we are brought up in different ways, but for me, and which I think it is the best way, and that makes you gain favor, and people, even them, they will be like, that house girl is very good, make sure you don't let her go and leave. Or not that you don't go for vacation or home, but they feel that you are the best person to work with them. You gain favor. When you gain favor in the people, even God favor you. When you do good, even God. The Bible says that even when you are good and when you are practicing righteousness, God will make your enemies to be at peace with you. So that mentality of like, this is what I'm supposed to do, and it is this and it is that, I cannot do anything extra. For me, I want to tell you, please change your mentality. When you are angry and you are like, I cannot do it, and you are bitter, you are opening the door for the enemy to come in, and it is not good. When you sow a good thing, a good seed, you reap a good seed. Please, for you to have a good moment, for you to gain favor even in God and the people, don't feel off. I'm not crusading for you to go and be like you are misused. No, I'm just saying some people are finding it difficult to help even the simple things. When you go there, you are using their plate, you are doing this, you are doing that. Honestly, and you cannot measure and say they used, even if you didn't use the toilet, maybe they used, whether they used or not. Sometimes when you go to the toilet, for me, I do everything I can. If I go to the toilet when we are, because there are many people, when we go to their family, because it is an extended family, sometimes you go to the toilet and you find it is dirty. For me, I don't like using a dirty toilet. I'll go back, take a brush and soap. It will cost you nothing, and use a clean toilet. If it is kitchen, do the cleaning. It will cost you nothing. That mentality of like, it is one house, I cannot help them, their mom, you are ruining your image, my friend. Let's have a good picture. Let it be known that when you bring Kenyan house girl, they are the best people to work with. Let us not be known of being bitter, angry, that we cannot even help. Let us be people who have their unique character, who will gain favor. I think I've helped somebody who feels like, should I clean? Should I do this? Go ahead. God who sees in secret will reward you. You might do the cleaning and they cannot recognize it, but you've done your part. Don't do anything expecting a reward. Do it without expectation. So that's what I wanted to tell you today about the work we do and some things that come as you are working and makes things to change. Sometimes you'll be taking care of the kids. Sometimes they are stubborn. They mess everywhere. Maybe you mop the floor, they eat the chocolate, they ruin all over the place, they pour the juice, they do several things. Just clean, because you are not doing it for nothing. You are earning at the end of the month, you are getting salary. Don't be angry. So let's work, let's change our name to be good, and I believe you won't regret working in a foreign country. Let's not open the door for the enemy to come in. Let's be of unique character, and God will reward us, and we'll have favor with people and with God. So it's a lot. There's a lot of work you find in between. Sometimes maybe your madam can feel sick and she wants you to go to the hospital and take care of her. Don't say I don't want to go to the hospital. That is the mean thing you can never do. Go there. It is all about the family. Anything concerning the family, whether it is traveling or you are going to the hospital to assist her, or you are going. I remember the first time I came, my madam was expecting a child and she was in the hospital. I went to pick her up. She said, let Susan come. I went there, I carried the baby. I helped her to dress. So, and by that, she loved me more. She loved me more. We kept on working. We stayed like sisters. So when you do good things come automatically. Even without you asking, without you thinking about it, you just see things happen and you're like, I never expected this to happen. So please, let's not fix our mind. Everything that has to do in that family, whether it is their grandmother when she come, even their sister, their daughter when they come with their kids, just wash the clothes, put them in the machine, or if they are in the machine, you can take them. Don't be that mean. Some people are confused. Should I help? Should I not? For me, if they are there and they are clothes, you are not the one washing them. You put them in the machine, you put soap, everything, you are done. You just remove them, you put in the dryer bed with the machine you are using. That's all. If you don't want to, you can tell them to assist you. Tell her, madam, I washed the clothes. Can you fold them now? She will be like, yeah, thank you. Just those things, simple thing. For me, I don't see anything wrong with washing their clothes. Maybe I'm different. I don't want to force you, but I want you to think, when you refuse, what the force behind it? It is anger, bitterness. Don't let your heart to hold grudges, bitterness. Let's work with joy of the Lord. The joy of the Lord is our strength. So I love you very much. Make sure you subscribe, and if you have any question, let it on the comment section and I will reply it. And I believe you'll have good moment working with your boss, with your family members, and everything will be fine. Until next time, bye.